folks, Captain Mike here from Salty Cape. Today I'm with Captain Cullen Lundholm off Middle Ground, the south side of the Cape. And I love coming here this time of year because the stripers are keyed in on big squid. You never know what you're going to get here. There's stripers of all sizes. We're using Topwater plugs. We're having a lot of fun here in the rip, stemming the tide.
So we're here today, early season fishing in the rips in Vineyard Sound. What we're going to be doing is just imitation of squid in the rips, throwing our plugs. So we're going to be stemming the tide so we're not blowing all the fish out of the rip. Getting our plugs back in the rip. We'll be fishing white, amber, some pink, just for squid imitations.
So as we stem the tide here in front of the rip, and by stemming the tide I mean the rip is going toward the island, causing the turbulence over the sandbar, so we're idling at about the same speed against the current, so we're stationary here. And what's happening is the squid are getting flushed over the shoal and discombobulated in the turbulence, and the stripers just lay in and along in front and just behind the edge, sort of like a buffet line for the stripers as the squid gets swept down. So what we're doing by stemming the tide in front of the rip is replicating that. So I'm going to cast sort of out in front of the rip, and as the tide swings the plug into the rip is when we'll get the hit. So we're going to do a walk the dog action. I'm going to cast sort of out in front in the smooth water. I'm going to let the plug get swung in. Short rod tip motions, getting that dog to walk, and medium reel retrieve in this case. And then, oh, there we go. There's a fish. So you'll see I just have one hook in the front of the plug. This makes the lure not only a handle, but an easier release. You don't have hooks in the gills of the fish, and it's just a nice, fast, easy release. So the outfit we're using today, I have the Hogy hybrid rod, 7-foot inshore offshore model. It's fairly heavy duty, especially when we're targeting slot size stripers. But I would argue in a rip that having a heavier outfit is advantageous, because if you're in the rip, there's a lot of current and a lot of torque a fish can apply. And if you want to land the fish quickly, especially without drifting over the spot, that may spook the fish or hold your position if there's a fleet of boats. So I like a heavier outfit than I would normally use for smaller or slot size stripers when fishing a rip. And this outfit I have with my Vanstall, the VS 200. Again, this is a heavy outfit, but I use this outfit both for heavy duty inshore and light tackle offshore. So the line I have on this is 65-pound test braid to, in today's case, a 30-pound test fluoro leader. And I have the Hogy dog walker, the XL. These fish were keyed in on squid today, which is typical at Middle Ground this time of year. That's why we were there, for the stripers keyed on the squid. So when I'm targeting stripers, again, on squid, amber and pink are my two favorite colors, white being also a viable option. And with this amber, we have a pink contrasting stripe on the belly. And so the one rigged here on the rod is rigged just the way it comes out of the package with the two trebles. But today, and 99% of the time when I fish with the dog walkers, is I take the back hook off and mash the barbs down on the front hook. And that's going to serve two purposes. One, the lure is now a handle. You don't have to worry about getting hooked with the aft hook. So it's safer for me, but it's also safer for the fish. A lot of times stripers will hit, or most times I should say, they hit for the head, And so you get the hook, and when you're fighting a fish, you'll notice sometimes that back hook can get tangled in their gills, and that's no bueno for releasing a healthy fish. So having just the front hook is safer both for me as the angler and the fish, particularly larger fish that you might be releasing. And so I mash the barbs down. All the lures that Hogy makes are designed to be, are weighted and balanced to swim properly with 1 or 2 hooks. And so for me, it's, particularly if I've caught a fish or 2 in the day, I'll just pop the back hook off. And but that's it, simple. Just 1 rod, 1 lure today, and did the trick. And you just gotta love springtime fishing. Again, yeah, I know this is a little heavy of an outfit, for targeting fish this size, but again, the rip with a stronger current, you can land the fish quickly, release it quickly, and plus 2, there's some bigger fish mixed in.